So most job seekers believe getting hired is simple. Get a degree, apply for jobs, and wait for an opportunity. But every day, recruiters reject qualified candidates for reasons many people never really understand. So today on Prydea, we are taking you inside the hiring room to hear directly from an HR professional about how recruiters actually think when making hiring decisions.
But when you open some CVs, it will shock you that those basic things are not there. Some don't bother to even put their phone number. Space for phone number, they'll write as requested. Or you see some people even go as far as not writing their email address. My name is AISHA Barkindo Bakari. I am a human resource manager. I am a proud member of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management CIPM. I'm also a proud member of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management. I'm also a recipient of the 2026 Nigerian Risk Award for the Risk Champion of the Year. And it is my pleasure to meet with you today to discuss the most lingering questions. What do recruiters usually look forward to?
So one mistake many candidates make is misunderstanding the role recruiters actually play in hiring. Listen to her.
One of the misconceptions that candidates usually have about recruiters is that we know everything. It's like immediately their CV drops on our table, we know everything, and we're like sort of magicians that know all the things that you've not written on your CV. But the truth of the matter is you are the one that opens the window for us to know who you are. So what you present to us is what we get to have an idea of your experiences, your expectations, where you are now, where you're heading to, and if it aligns to the organization that you want to join.
This next part may shock a lot of job seekers.
Most recruiters, if you notice, would want to go for candidates that are less experienced than those that are more qualified. Well, if you think about it, it's not just you went through school, but did the school go through you? You know, you can have your master's, your degree, your PhD, then at the same time, you've never had any work experience. Then you have a candidate who probably is just a graduate, let's say a BSc graduate or a Polytechnic graduate, and he has worked in several organizations. You see, practically, that candidate has more experience and has an idea of working in an environment that is challenging, is tasking. Notwithstanding, there are most times that that particular candidate that has the qualification would be given that chance based on the pedigree of work that has been put in place, but it's just the work experience that he doesn't have. But the likely chance of getting employed, if you have more work experience, is higher than those that just have the qualification.
This is why many candidates focus only on qualifications, but employers are looking for something much more than that.
Most of the time, candidates think about one major thing. I went for an interview, I submitted my CV, but I never got a feedback. Did I get the job? Didn't I get the job? Or sometimes you just see that employment has already happened on a recruitment process that you've gone through. Even though it was a lapse over time due to recruitment process, whereby being overwhelmed with so much activities during that time that you see most of the time the human resource or admin overlook sending feedbacks to those who are actually candidates that also went through the recruitment process. And I can tell you for one thing that the trajectory is changing. Things are changing. One of the things that I personally in my organization have done is ensuring that no matter the candidate that walks through our door or their CV come to us, we always send them a feedback acknowledging that we've received your CV, we've received you, and we'll get back to you if it's positive. And if it's not positive, there's a mail that will be sent to you informing you that yes, you've tried, but You can try some other time.
A lot of candidates take silence personally, but there are often internal hiring reasons people never actually see. I'm sure almost every job seeker has actually experienced something like this.
Do we, as recruiters, ghost applicants? Sometimes, yes. Applicants will send CVs, they will send mails, make phone calls, come to the office, when there was nowhere that the organization indicated that they are recruiting. Yes, the notion shoot your shot is always a good thing. But if you can imagine, overwhelmed in a day, you wake up and see about 200 mails sending their CV. To be fair, you would be wondering, since there is no advertisement to any opening in the organization, you'd be wondering, okay, what do you do with them? Like I said in the beginning, you, the candidates, are the reason why we, the recruiters, know who you are. It is a window into your own life. And the way and manner you present it matters a lot. If you have a CV, and in your CV already from your introduction, you are not telling us exactly what it is that you do, what experience you've had, or what you're looking forward to, we will not have an idea of what you want. You see, there are some lapses when you're writing your CV. Your CV should indicate your basic information, your name, where you come from, what you've done, which institutions you went to, just briefly about it. But when you open some CVs, it will shock you that those basic things are not there. Some don't bother to even put their phone number. Space for phone number, they'll write as requested. Or you see some people even go as far as not writing their email address. When do you want us to request for it? There are some things that if you're just out the bat coming out of the school and you just graduated and you're looking for a job, it is expected that you pour all your heart out on your CV because you never know where it will land. But if you have work experience over the years, you've been working from one organization to the other, there's a different type of CV that you write. And it comes with some form of decorum that you know that you've earned your onions. Our ability to know who you are is in your own hands. Go through your CV. Put yourself in the position of the recruiter. Ask yourself, what do I want to know about this person? Put the description of what you did during your NYSC time. You know, it says a lot. Who I am today, most of it is from my experience during my youth service years. And describing it to the T on the CV is as equally as important as the CV itself. So don't jump the gun. Take your time. That is your key to opening doors for you, to any recruiter, so that any organization that searches for you, they know that you pop up.
Many people spend hours writing cover letters, but are recruiters actually reading them?
I always get asked this question. Yes, we do read cover letters. Cover letters goes a little bit deeper than your CV in terms of trying to explain truly your passion, what you look forward to in the organization you're trying to come into, what you can provide, and your commitment towards it. So it's like a joke with your cover letters. It says a lot about you. So your cover letter is actually important.
A lot of people believe they can't switch careers because they don't have direct experience.
You see, as much as we're talking about CVs, you should also keep into cognizance about industry-specific experiences. Doctors, pilots, engineers, technicians, all these are industry-specific jobs. And coming out of school without any work experience is also an issue, because most recruiters do not want to just immediately, as you just stepped into the organization, start with the basics of putting you through some basic things that they feel you should have done it yourself even before coming to apply for the job. So going for trainings that are specific to your work, that are specific to your field of specialization. I'll always use the example of aviation. Training to them is the CV that matters. You have to train and retrain, skill and reskill, even if you have work or you don't have work. You train yourself every single time, and that builds your CV. And when your CV drops on any organization, you will find it that it's very hard to say that they don't get a job. So it depends on the industry that you're trying to go into. What are you building yourself with? How have you built yourself over time? Okay, you graduated from school. What have you done after that? You should also think about that, because the more you keep yourself in the know, upskilling yourself every single time, it goes a long way to tell the recruiter that, okay, this person has made effort. A little effort that we add to the person's already calm experience would take it a long way.
If you could tell job seekers one thing they misunderstand about recruitment, what would it be?
All I can tell you about recruitment is you are the one recruiting. Even though you're the candidate, you are the one recruiting, because you get to provide us what it is exactly that you want. I've always said something. At an interview, when we finish all the interview process and all that, I always ask a question back to the candidate. I ask the candidate, what do you expect from us? It's a form of feedback mechanism, yes. But you'll be shocked when you start hearing their response. Then it tells me a lot that yes, you also have an idea of what it is that you look forward to. You are your own champion. You're the only one that can beat your drum and dance to it and get other people to dance to it. So we are not scarecrows. We are not monsters. We are just following processes that not only protect you, it protects the organization, and it also protects the process for the future candidates that are coming behind you. So take your CV seriously. Be open-minded when you come for an interview, and learn to ask.
So what you've heard today shows that getting hired is about much more than simply applying for jobs.
You're about to provide a service. That is why we're also looking for candidates, because we want service to be rendered to us. So it's a two-way thing. So never look at it as a one-way thing, and skill yourself up. Learn to upskill yourself. In your free time, upskill yourself and be adding to your CV. Never leave your CV dormant for a whole year. I've always given that advice, even it's a personal advice for my own self. Always add something, no matter how little it is. It will shock you how far it will take you. I wish my candidates the best, and I really wish all of you that you get your dream jobs, and by the grace of God, that everybody is happy. And just know that HR, I will always say it, HR is your friend.
The truth is, most candidates don't understand how hiring decisions are actually made. If you want help positioning yourself for better opportunities, from CV reviews, interview preparations, and career readiness, join the Prydea Career Positioning Program. Follow the link in my bio to the Telegram channel, and from there we'll be posting job opportunities and so much more. Thank you. See you next time.